Today we are going to talk about the national symbols of New Zealand. It is an island country in the southwestern Pacific Ocean. It consists of two main landmasses, the North Island and the South Island, and over 700 smaller islands. The National Day of New Zealand is 6th February. It is called as Waitangi Day, the anniversary of the signing of the Treaty of Waitangi, 1840. Commemorations are centered on Waitangi, but are held throughout the country. National anthem of the New Zealand is called God Defend New Zealand. It was written by Thomas Bracken, 1870s. The music for the anthem was composed by John Joseph Woods, 1876. It was officially adopted in 1977. The national flag of New Zealand, also known as the New Zealand ensign, it is based on the British Maritime Blue Ensign, a blue field with the Union Jack in the upper hoist corner with a Southern Cross of 4 white-edged red 5-pointed stars centered on the outer half of the flag. National emblem of New Zealand features the symbols on the shield which represent the country's maritime trade, agriculture, and industry. A European woman and a Maori chief flank on the left and right sides, identifying New Zealand as a bicultural nation. The figures are supported by the silver fern, a native plant. The Steadwards crown is a reminder that New Zealand is a constitutional monarchy. The national language of New Zealand is English, which is also the most widely spoken language in New Zealand. The Maori language has symbolic significance in the country, whereas New Zealand Sign Language, NZSL, has been an official language since 2006. The capital of New Zealand is the city of Wellington. It is the largest city in the country. Wellington features a temperate maritime climate and is the world's windiest city by average wind speed. The national currency of New Zealand is the New Zealand dollar. Within New Zealand, it is almost always abbreviated with the dollar sign. Dollar. The symbols $NZ or NZ dollar are sometimes used when necessary to distinguish it from other dollar-denominated currencies. National dress of New Zealand is customary Maori clothing is the only form of dress that is distinctive to New Zealand. Kagu, cloaks, give significance and honor to official occasions such as royal tours and state funerals. However, most people in New Zealand now wear clothes inspired from Western clothing. T-shirts, denims, skirts, and shorts. The national colors of New Zealand are black, red ochre, and white/silver. Red ochre has a spiritual significance in Maori culture, associated with life and vitality. A national poet of New Zealand is commonly referred to as Poet Laureate, which is usually appointed by the New Zealand's National Library. These poets keep on changing with time. Currently, the National Library has announced Chris Tees as the New Zealand Poet Laureate for 2022 to 2024. National airline of New Zealand is Air New Zealand. It is New Zealand's national carrier and the only airline which specializes in getting you to, from, and around New Zealand. The National Museum of New Zealand is Te Papa Tongarewa, Maori for treasure box. It was established in 1992 in Wellington, New Zealand. Te Papa operates under a bicultural philosophy and emphasizes the living stories behind its cultural treasures. The National Library of New Zealand is a legal deposit library of New Zealand, charged with the obligation to enrich the cultural and economic life of New Zealand and its interchanges with other nations. It is located in Wellington, New Zealand. The library supports schools through its services to schools business unit. National Stadium of New Zealand is Eden Park. It is located in Kingsland, New Zealand. The stadium is used primarily for rugby union in winter and cricket in summer, and has hosted rugby league and association football matches. National sport of New Zealand is rugby union. It has the largest spectator following of all sports in New Zealand. New Zealand's national rugby team, the All Blacks, has the best winning record of any national team in the world, and is currently ranked 3rd in the world. National river of New Zealand is Whanganui River. It is a major river in the North Island of New Zealand. Its length is 290 kilometers. National mountain of New Zealand is Aoraki/Mount Cook. It is also the highest peak in the country with an elevation of 12,218 feet. It is located in the Southern Alps, New Zealand. The National Park of New Zealand is Fiordland National Park. It is the largest and most famous and the last real great wilderness in New Zealand. Fiordland National Park is 1.25 million hectares, 3 million acres of natural wonderland, protected since 1952. The National Zoo of New Zealand is Auckland Zoo. It is the home of New Zealand's most diverse animal wildlife. Since opening in 1922, Auckland Zoo has evolved to become an active wildlife conservation organization. National Forest of New Zealand is Waipua Forest. It is also the largest remaining native forests of New Zealand. New Zealand national tree is silver fern. It is a species of medium-sized tree fern endemic to New Zealand. New Zealand national flower is cowhide. The flowers bloom on an evergreen tree, producing bright yellow flowers in spring. Blooms of cowhide are found throughout New Zealand in a diverse range of habitats. New Zealand national animal is the kiwi. New Zealand national bird is also the kiwi. New Zealand national fruit is kiwi fruit. It is a true berry and has furry brownish-green skin. The firm, translucent green flesh has numerous edible purple-black seeds embedded around a white center. It is also the largest export of New Zealand. New Zealand national dish is mince pies. Refers to a palm-sized pastry made with minced meat, gravy, and other ingredients like mushrooms, onions, cheese, and tomato sauce. New Zealand national sweet is pavlova. It is a meringue cake with a crisp crust and soft, marshmallow center, topped with whipped cream and fruit. The dessert is believed to be originated from Australia, but is also profoundly loved in New Zealand. New Zealand national drink is black tea. It was one of the staple food items brought to New Zealand by Europeans and became a national drink. National holidays of New Zealand are their 4 weeks of annual leave, as well as the employees are entitled to 12 public holidays each year. New Zealand gross national income $232.8 billion PPP. Thanks for watching.